Jennifer. Yeah.
Yay! Since we started interacting with local farms, we kind of realized that they are really struggling.
In the past 7 years, we didn't make any money.
Even after the COVID, we are going to deal with the labor shortage.
1 out of 2 are having cholesterol issues.
Some of the seafood fish blew my mind when I first tasted.
100% Singapore produce. We have our own Singapore cocktail, right? So this is the equivalent and it's called the Singapore salad. It's all about making sure that we end food insecurity in Singapore.
It's very important that Singaporeans are coming together to support this food security against climate, against all the issues that we're facing in the world.
There's no pathway to an agricultural career here. And that's how I sort of stumbled into this opportunity after speaking to so many people who work on farms, who work with the farms, with restaurants, with F&B. And that really helped me see a huge opportunity, but also a huge problem. I was cold calling restaurants, I was cold calling consumers, like households, door to door. I would go down to every single farm to pick out every single piece of vegetable that I have on my menu.
Wow.
I have to explain to aunties that no, you will not get rheumatism if you eat hydroponic vegetables.
Too much water.
No, or that it didn't receive sunlight, or that it didn't grow the natural way.
Yes.
But I think what we forget is that this technology has been growing for 10, 15 years. We've been able to control the nutrients that go into the food that we eat and protect the quality of it without any external chemicals, any use of pesticides.
So I wanted to ask you a little bit of a sensitive question, right? Singapore is heading towards like 30 by 30. But do you think it's 30% enough?
So I think there are a lot of problems with 30 by 30 as well, right? Because 30 by 30 focuses on leafy greens, eggs and fish, the food baskets and the nutritional sort of baskets that we looked at. 2 questions, right? One is what happens to the other 70%? We're still importing as much.
Correct.
And if all the farms in 30 by 30 are focusing only on leafy greens, there's so many other things that we have as part of our plate, right, that can be grown here and could actually be more profitable for the farmers.
We should be capitalizing on this biodiversity. So, one challenge that I'll pose to the government is why just leafy greens, right, when we can grow so much more?
Yeah, and a lot of what we do at Urban Tiller is collecting market intelligence and data about what people want.
Yeah.
And you can see that both restaurants and household consumers are looking to try everything that grows here. When you read about how quickly fresh goods actually lose their nutrition, it actually really surprises you because you go like, why are there not more people trying to eat as fresh as possible? Right? A lot of local farmers have really spent a lot of time developing, quality produce, harvesting it at the best time, such that the consumers will appreciate both the texture, the taste, the flavor, and the quality. There is a difference, huh?
Yeah, there is a difference.
There is actually a difference, huh?
Good morning, everybody. I am so happy. Today I've got Jolene with me from Urban Tiller. She's another warrior in this campaign of forwarding the Go Local movement. So in front of you, there are 4 different varieties of vegetables that I would like all of you to test and to see with your eyes, and then maybe to give Jolene the feedback whether you are going to buy which vegetable.
The tomato from this plate, that's crunchier, a bit more bland though.
I think I like this better.
Okay.
It's sweeter a little bit.
I think I would go for this.
Okay. So this is grown somewhere else, and this is grown in Singapore.
Some people may want to have a slightly tougher vegetable, whether is it for a stir fry, but if let's say like baby greens, right? Like if you really love your vegetables tender, young, small, fits into a plate. So I think because very few people have exposure to farms, they actually do not know that actually throughout the life cycle of different growth stages, there's a different purpose for the vegetables as well.
Could be easy to con children to eat this.
Looks quite crunchy.
I think I'll buy this.
You
because I
personally
prefer the
prefer
sweeter
this.
taste. So I would say this is made in Singapore.
Yeah, it is. This is made in Singapore, and this one was imported, right?
You can see the color. This is a little bit dull.
This is a lot sweeter, fresher.
This is slightly more bitter compared to this. It's more flavorful.
I think it's really that different people have different tastes, different preferences, and different farms are also producing different crops, right?
Yeah, but now with our own farms in our own backyard, we are then able to curate the different tastes. Feels like getting married again, but don't worry, Annie. The few of you, the 35 of you, not me included, will be the first in Singapore to try what a menu is going to taste and feel and look like if it's 100% Singapore produce. Like all good weddings, right? You will have a door gift. And we are launching, this is a prelude of the Singapore salad. So you're gonna get a pack of these, freshly harvested and packed, and for you to partake the local goodness at home. What do you feel about local produce?
I was actually quite surprised, especially some of the seafood fish.
Yes.
Yeah, it actually blew my mind when I first tasted. Straight away, I want to do something that is very Singapore lah. So for today, actually for the dressing today, right? I don't want to do something too strong and mask the actual flavor. So I did a very light dressing, vinegar and just elderflower vinegar too. And after people eat the salad one by one, there is a sorbet made of local tomatoes and sengbuih. So I want to use this kind of things that I grew up with, like sengbuih, like five spice, stuff like that. Every dishes, right, is like actually a mixture of different culture. I think Singaporeans are very lucky that we have a very good palate. We are very lucky because our different kinds of culture for food, it actually treats our taste bud.
Everything has been beautiful so far.
The salad with the sorbet was a very unique sort of combination, and I loved it.
Glad that right in our backyard we do have farms who grow quality ingredients that chefs can use in their restaurants.
I'm blown away. This is an experience from start to end, you know what I mean? And to know that most of the stuff is locally sourced, I feel pride to be a Singaporean. Not gonna lie.
I guess for the both of us, really it was that sense of national pride.
I mean, for me as a chef, as a cuisiner, right, to another level, we try to use mostly local produce and help the farmers out.
Yeah, and to be proud of being a Singaporean.
I am. As I travel, when I stay in other countries for many years, right, I'm actually very proud that I'm a Singaporean. Yeah.
Collectively, at least between the both of us, it's that Singapore pride that has taken us where we are today in wanting to do our part for the local farmers. I think for me as a business person in this food distribution space, not just about food security, not just about sustainability, but importantly about furthering the F&B ambitions that we have locally. It is so important to have a great local produce as well, to empower all the chefs, to further that spirit of Singapore and to put the culinary cuisine of Singapore on the map of the world.
One day, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Together?
Yes, together.